face-off position. And now Barber will move in against Roland Eriksson for Sweden. Lanny McDonald, he's checked. Side of his own goal as Eriksson in turn lost it. Back to Orr, his shot. He banned on that. Out for Hedberg. Hedberg racing it on goal. His shot, and Vachon way out to make the save as Hedberg broke away. And we have a Team Canada player injured.
Denny Potvin, I believe, Bernie, is down in the corner. He came very, very hard all the way across the ice, trying to pick up Hedberg, who had broken away with the puck. And although Hedberg got the shot away, Denny forced him to a bad angle, made a good play, coming all the way from his far point, turned on the Jets because that's a very fast man he had to catch. Here we get a look of Rogie Vachon just falling on the shot after Hedberg had broken away. But a good play by Hedberg, a very good play by Denny Potvin, showing a lot of legs, getting across there, forcing Hedberg to a bad angle and forcing him to shoot quickly.
We played 4 minutes and 40 seconds in the second period. And a goal by Bobby Hall gives Canada a 1-0 lead. There's the stop by Rogie Vachon coming away out to block down the angle as Hedberg broke right in.
Come on!
Darryl Sittler against Ulf Nielsen for this faceoff. And it's taken by Canada. Lanny McDonald runs into Hedberg. And Sweden up with the puck, cleared to an open wing. Eriksson after it. Hit the linesman on the skates, and it's Walton. Walton for Sweden. Clears it in. Robinson knocks it down with his left glove. Gets the puck again. LaPointe will try this time for Canada. In over the line. Going in with McDonald. And a defensive stop there by Bergman as he had it deflect off him. Right in front. Sittler gets a piece. There's a shot. Sittler's backhand hits the side of the net. And LaPointe. Watched by Bergman. Walton goes in to help out. Finally, Bergman holds it. Walton off the boards, and Robinson couldn't keep it in. Goes down the ice, and this will be called for icing as it crosses the red line. Icing against Sweden.
Well, some very good forechecking by Team Canada again, playing the body of the man in deep in the Swedish end, trying to push them off the puck. Tommy Bergman making a good play too. Very, very strong gentleman on Guy Lapointe behind the net, taking his body, but there are some tough checks inside that Swedish blue line along the boards behind the net.
There's Reggie Leach on the left and Danny Gare, two players with Team Canada not dressed for tonight's game. Leach, of course, the Philadelphia Flyers, and Danny Gare of the Buffalo Sabres. The face-off to the right of Hardy Ostrom, and it's taken by Stig Solming. Gets to his own blue line, helped out by Vikstrom, who in turn lost it. Bobby Hall races into the corner against Chaubert. Hall goes down, and Eriksson. Ahead to number 22, that's Brazar. For Sweden in over the line, watched by Orr, gets it right in front, and the deflection by Chaubert goes wide. Canada on the left side trying to come out, pass too far for Bobby Hall, and it goes down the ice, and the game will be called for icing against Team Canada.
Well, Denny Potvin made a little bit of a mistake there when it broke in over the Team Canada line. He was with Sjoberg early, then turned off him again. The pass came across, and Sjoberg came within an inch of tipping the puck by Rogie Vachon. But Denny Potvin just turned the opposite way. Here we have the pass. There Potvin just goes to sleep a little bit, not being close enough to Sjoberg, and Sjoberg easily could have tipped that puck by to tie the game up.
Well, the response from the crowd in the second period in Philadelphia, it's the United States 4 and the Soviet Union 2 in the second period at the Spectrum. Or rather, Czechoslovakia, I'm sorry, Czechoslovakia. USA 4, Czechoslovakia 2 in the second period. Ready for the face-off now to the right of Rogie Vachon. Juha Viding against Bill Esposito. And again, they're waved up. We've got 14 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the second period here. And it's Canada 1, Sweden no score. Johansson at his home blue line. And we have an offside call at the Canada line. The United States, after just losing to Team Canada the other night, are leading Czechoslovakia 4-2. That game being played in Philadelphia. Action underway. Puck taken by Johansson on the left side. Number 9 for Sweden. Out it goes to Lundstrom. Lundstrom just clears it into the Team Canada zone. 13 minutes and 41 seconds remain in the second period. Canada 1, Sweden no score. Bobby Hull at his own blue line. Hull's long shot. All wide of the net. Dion races after it in behind the goal. Dion has trouble getting the pass over. Here's Savard. Takes the shot. Goes to the side right in front. And back to LaPointe. He winds up. Shot. Stop. And his shot goes wide. There's a late penalty coming up. Bobby Hull, the penalty against Sweden. There's a shot. And Ostrom got a piece of that. Dion is taken heavily out of the play. Has the puck. Savard runs into his check. And finally a whistle for the penalty against Sweden. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. So a penalty to Johansson, number 9 of Sweden, with 13 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the second period.
Well, here we have Serge Savard. He holds on to the puck, throws it across. Guy Lapointe gets the good shot. The rebound comes out. Bobby Hull trying to get it. Here we have Serge Savard trying to scoop it behind, and it just goes wide of the net. But good action around that Swedish goal. Team Canada really turning it on and drawing a penalty. So they have the man advantage here for the next 2 minutes.
And we played 6 minutes and 57 seconds here in the second period. The fourth penalty of the game. The second to Sweden, and Canada likewise has had 2 minor penalties. Canada 1, Sweden no score. Action underway. Bergman behind his own net, has trouble with it, gets it out to Hedberg, who deflects it down the ice, and Orr is back for it. Orr watched by Ulf Nielsen. Skates behind his own goal for Canada. Canada on the power play. Gilbert Perreault, Guy Lafleur, Rick Martin. Out there along with Orr and Dennis Potvin. Lafleur can't get out of there as Nielsen had him checked. Orr will try. Orr again watched by number 17, Nielsen, who slapped it off as the pass was intended for Gilbert Perreault. Now Orr winds up in front of his own net to his own blue line. Gives it to Perreault. Perreault at center for Canada. Going in with Lafleur. Overskated the puck, got to it again. And here's Boreas Solomon off the boards and outside the blue line. 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining in the penalty as Bobby Orr has it at the Swedish line. A long pass for Martin, intercepted by Hedberg. Hedberg coming back with Ulf Nielsen. Scooped away by Dennis Potvin. Nielsen has it inside the line. He was stopped. And Canada, Bobby Orr. Turned around by Ulf Nielsen. This time, Guy Lafleur will try with 45 seconds remaining in the Swedish penalty. Lafleur over the center line. Over the blue line, drop pass to Perreault, a shot, knocked down by Bergman, and taken by Hedberg ahead to Brassard. Down the ice it goes. 29 seconds remaining in the penalty to Johansson of Sweden. Bobby Orr, Canada on the power play to Rick Martin on the left side. Long shot going in, or fake the shot, going in with Bobby Clark. Comes back to the line, Orr, with 15 seconds remaining on the penalty. Potvin keeps it in, gives it to Martin, goes behind him, and Martin clears it outside the line. Good checking by the Swedish team as Potvin carries it in over the line. A shot. Ostrom holds on for a face-off. Just as the penalty expires, the puck was knocked loose, but the whistle had gone.
Well, what a job the Swedish forwards, Hedberg and Nielsen, did in forechecking Team Canada. Unlike the national, here we have Denny Potvin turning it on, moving right through with a shot on goal. But as we were saying, the Swedish forwards, unlike the National Hockey League, simply turning and picking up their wings when they're shorthanded. They come and get you. They go in after you, do a good job forechecking. They're delaying you, trying to keep the puck out of their own zone so they don't have to go into their defensive box early. But their philosophy is we're going to try and keep it in your end as long as we possibly can and eat up that clock. And Nielsen and Hedberg did an excellent job and had Team Canada quite disorganized in their own zone trying to bring it out.
We played 8 minutes and 58 seconds here in the second period, and that shot deflected in front. Lapointe has it again. Lapointe on the far side to Savard. Savard watched by Brassard, takes it up to the blue line and over. Over to Peter Mahovlich, drops it back to LaPointe, off the boards, all the way around to the other side, and Vikstrom, number 27, right onto the stick of Barber, and Clark couldn't reach it. Number 7 is Chaubert. Chaubert checked by Clark, forced to go back for it, behind his own goal. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second period. Back comes Sweden, straight up the middle, Vikstrom. Long shot, Vachon gloves that, drops it to the side, then scoops it over to Barber. Barber intended for Clark, he was checked, and the puck is taken by Vikstrom. Over the line, back to Chaubert. Chaubert on the right side, Stig Salming just clears it in. After it is Eriksson in front, nobody there, and Bobby Clark has it for Canada to Barber. Barber, number 17, into the corner, a shot deflected off the pad of Salming, high and out of play. In the first period, Tom Poirier-Salming played 6 minutes and 55 seconds. He's already played 5 minutes and 12 seconds in this period, including the entire penalty against Johansson.
Well, this is one of the questions we have. The ice is getting rather sticky and heavy. It's quite warm in the gardens, and it'll be interesting to see the Swedish team, who are getting a lot of mileage out of a few players, how they are able to take this. We know they're in great condition, but the conditions in the gardens, it's beginning to get very warm and the ice very sticky, and it's very tough to have your legs in that type of an environment.
9 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. Robinson shot, and Ostrom stops that. Phil Esposito got a piece of it, deflects down the ice. Orr and Wheating racing after it, and it's Bobby Orr for Canada. Watched by Lundstrom, intercepted by Johansson. He just clears it into the corner where Robinson goes after it for Canada. Gets by Hammerstrom. Hall brought it in offside. With 9 minutes and 32 seconds remaining, the only scoring play of the game, Bobby Hall from Esposito and Dion at 4:12 of the opening period. Esposito took the shot, and it was deflected off the skate of Bobby Hall past Ostrom. Lundstrom, Hammerstrom, the wingers out there for Juha Wheating. As Canada in their own zone, Bobby Orr leaves it there for Robinson. Robinson, a long lead pass for Hall, failed to click. Robinson carries on, but Hall's inside the blue line on the offside. Those out-of-town scores at the Montreal Forum this afternoon: the Soviets 11, Finland 3, and in the second period, it's the United States 4 and Czechoslovakia 2.
There we have a look at Jake Gador from the CFL.
9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining now in the second period. Both teams are at full strength. Bergman, number 3, for Sweden, watched by Sittler, in front of his own goal. Forced to go back, leaves it there now for Ulf Nielsen. Nielsen had it intercepted, and the puck is loose at center, finding Landing McDonald. McDonald in on the left side, drops it back, and Gainey just failed to get his stick on that as Hedberg comes back for Sweden. Nielsen lost control of it. Here's McDonald over the line, a shot, and a good stop. The rebound, score! Gainey! Lanny McDonald taking the shot.
Here we have Lanny
getting the rebound.
Lanny McDonald's shot, the rebound comes loose. Sittler takes a whack at it. Gainey moves in and shuts the rebound by Astrom.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Time of the goal, 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Bob Gainey from Lanny McDonald and Savard. And two players playing their first game of the Canada Cup Series, Gainey and McDonald, very instrumental in that goal, and it's Canada 2 and Sweden no score. 8 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the second period. And Bobby Clark will take this face-off against Brassar of Sweden. Lafleur into the face-off circle, goes out and the action is underway. Chaubert, number 7. As Sweden now trailing 2-0. The puck comes to center ice. Potvin off the boards, in behind the Swedish net. Ostrom out there, leaves it for Chaubert. He gets by Lafleur and tends it ahead there for LeBreton, or rather Eriksson, and he couldn't get it, but it was offside at the blue line.
Well, there we have a look at Bobby Clark, who was the recipient of the Lou Marsh Trophy tonight, and I think all young hockey players should take a look at this man. He doesn't have the greatest talent. There are a lot of hockey players that can skate better, shoot better, handle the puck better, but he's a very, very determined athlete.
And there's Clark racing after the puck right from the face-off, but Chaubert got there first, scooped it to center. Clark has it again, intercepted, and back comes Bäckström. Bäckström for Sweden leads it ahead. Chaubert couldn't reach it, and Bobby Orr. Canada 2 and Sweden no score with 8 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second period. Canada with Clark at center. Clark on the right side to Guy Lafleur, tries to get it over. Potvin has it at center ice. In the game, Sweden has outshot Canada 19-17. Two players fall. Barber colliding with Salming, and Stig Salming going into the corner. Lafleur runs into Brazar. Brazar comes up with the puck, though, on the left side, intended for Chaubert. He has trouble with it. Pair of 7, Chaubert and Esposito. Lafleur lost it. Here's a chance. Brazar shot wide. Esposito on the left side clears it down the ice, and going back forward is Stig Salming. Sweden on the attack. Up to center ice. And over the opposing line. The shot knocked down by Orr. Orr has it. Head to Bobby Hull. Hull is stopped at the line by Johansson. Esposito carries on. Here's Hull winding up. A shot wide. And Sweden back. Brazar, long pass for Wheating, intercepted by Potvin. Potvin over the Swedish line to Bobby Hull, offside.
Well, you can't give Bobby Hull that much time to shoot the puck. He just wound up and drilled one that was just wide of the net.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. 7 minutes and 2 seconds remain in the second period. Canada leading Sweden 2-0. Wheating and Gilbert Perreault, Martin and Bobby Hull out there as well for Canada. Lapointe and Savard on defense. Lundstrom out there with Wheating and Hammerstrom on the forward unit for Sweden. Puck goes back into the Swedish zone. Börje Salming, number 5, takes a check from Martin, gets it over. Bobby Hull was tied up, and Hammerstrom will try it now for Sweden. Straight up the middle, long pass on the right side. In over the line, scooped in there by Lundstrom. Race for it. Wheating was knocked down. Puck goes loose, and it's Gilbert Perreault. Perreault, a lead pass for Martin. Hull on the left side, goes up over the glass and out of play.
Well, actually, that looked like a very poor pass, but I'm sure what Martin was trying to do, he just wanted to get that pass very, very slowly over past the defender, off the glass or high off the boards, so that Bobby Hull, who was streaking down that left side, could pick it up a little late. Actually, it was a very good try. It didn't turn out that way, but actually it was meant very, very well, and a pretty smart pass.
Daryl Sittler out there now with Gainey and Lanny McDonald. At center, Ulf Nilsson out there for Sweden. This is number 6, Mats Walton. Over to Tommy Bergman, to center ice to Ulf Nilsson, number 17. The return pass, Sweden trying to get organized. Up to Eriksson, number 12, over the line, runs into Orr. Then just bounces it off the boards. Nilsson gets it back outside the blue line. Here's a race for it. Gainey going in with Walton, and he's upset. No penalty as both players collided, going after the puck. Down the ice to Bobby Orr. Orr circling around center, gives it ahead, bounces off the stick. Intended for Daryl Sittler, and it goes out of play. Bobby Hull and Bob Gainey have been the goal scorers for Canada. Hull scoring from Esposito and Dion at 4:12.
Here we have Gainey streaking. Actually, he moved in there very, very fast. Walton got back quickly and really upset Gainey, but they were both going for the puck. No penalty called. But I think Gainey was trying to draw the penalty, actually, and moving in there, and well, hopefully he was trying to get the thumb for the Swedish player, but no luck.
Stig Salming has it for Sweden, clears it to center ice, or off the boards. Chaubert ahead to number 14, that's Lars-Erik Eriksson, and Canada, Larry Robinson. Barber on the left side. Long pass for Lafleur, too far for him, races after it. In behind the net, here's Clark. Oh, and he tucks at it at the side. Trying to tuck it in there, but just couldn't get it past goaltender Ostrom.
Bobby Clark a little unhappy that the official blew the whistle rather quickly. That's been the tendency tonight. Gordie Lee hasn't been wasting any time when the puck's along the boards or behind the net. He's been blowing it very fast. But the puck, I don't think, was really tied up. And Bobby Clark, being the type of forechecker he is and working hard to get that puck loose, was not very happy.
Well, the puck was on the mesh, and Gordie Lee, the referee, was on the other side of the net, so he just lost sight of it, Tom, and I'm sure that's why he whistled it down. LaPointe shot knocked down by Brassard, and down the ice it goes. Back for it is Savard of Canada, watched by Erickson. 5 minutes and 15 seconds remain in the second period. Canada 2 and Sweden 1. Lafleur at center, checked by Brassard, and Sweden will try again. Schaubert, number 7, has the puck. Sweden in their own zone. Schaubert has it hit his skate. Guy Lafleur's up with it. Oh, and he intended that pass for Esposito, but it failed to click. LaPointe just steers it off into the corner. Back for it, number 8, Stig Salming. Schaubert, number 7 for Sweden. As Barber takes a swipe at the Swedish player, number 8, Salming. At center, over the line, number 14 is Erickson. His shot, and Vachon stops at the rebound. He had to stop as well. Barber ahead to Guy Lafleur, too far for him. And it's Erickson. Check by Guy Lafleur. Brassard in there as well, and Schaubert of Sweden, number 7, with 4 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the second period. Schaubert for Sweden. Long pass to center ice. Just shot in by Vikström right on, and Vachon stopped it. LaPointe back for Canada. At his own blue line to center ice. Going over the line, clears it to an open wing. Ostrom out of the net, leaving it there for Börje Salming. Runs into Bobby Hull, and the Swedish player gets it outside, and Orr has it at center ice. Orr on the far side to Potvin, deflected off the stick of Bobby Hull, and back for it is Johansson. Sweden having trouble getting out of their own zone here. Some good checking by Canada as Peter Mahovlich ties up Salming, and now Veding, Hull, and Brassard tie it up. Peter Mahovlich out there, Tom, playing right wing.
Yes, that's the second time he's been on the right side this evening. Scotty Bowman mixing up the lines quite a bit, and Peter's a versatile fella. He's played him before in Montreal on the wing and killed penalties, do a number of things. Peter's having a very good series.
3 minutes and 38 seconds remain to be played in the second period, and it's Canada on goals by Gainey and Hull, leading 2-0. Veding and Esposito will take the face-off. Esposito with Peter Mahovlich and Bobby Hull. Orr and Potvin are the defensemen. Lundstrom along with Johansson. The forward unit for Sweden. Orr's shot, and the goaltender got a piece of it and deflected it wide. In behind the goal, held there by Börje Salming, but he couldn't get a whistle. Esposito takes a swipe at it, and down the ice it goes, and it's icing against Sweden with 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second period. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Bernie Pascal and Tom Watt back at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Canada Cup action on CTV, with Canada leading Sweden by a score of 2-0. Earlier today, the Soviets defeated Finland 11-3. And the United States leads Czechoslovakia tonight 4-2 in the second period. That game at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Sittler against Ulf Nielsen for this face-off to the right of Ostrom. And from the draw, it goes to Mats Walton. And he'll leave it there, gets it back though. Walton, number 6, right in front to Bergman. Bergman of Sweden coming to center ice, watched by Sittler. Off the boards, and Vachon stops it. Team Canada at the side of their own goal. Up the ice for McDonald, ahead to Sittler. Tries to get it to Gainey, failed, and it goes all the way down the ice. 2 minutes and 52 seconds remain to be played in the second period. And this time Walton will try it for Sweden, ahead to Hedberg. Too far for him. Savard puts it right on the stick of Sittler. Sittler runs in to the Swedish player. Nilsson still has the puck in over the line, right in front. And the Canadian player Gainey is tied up, and there will be a penalty to Sweden.
Well, Bob Gainey was just streaking in there on the left side, and he was dumped. There's no question about it. Gainey's a very strong skater, and in fact, in scoring that second goal, he's not really known as a goal scorer. Last year, he had 17 goals. And talking to Scotty Bowman, he said not one of those 17 came on the power play, and he had a very outstanding season with Montreal last year.
Here's a look at Doug Fisher from Hockey Canada and a former member of Parliament. Certainly enjoying this game, I'm sure. A penalty to Hedberg at 17:27 of the second period. Hedberg for interference. And again, we look at the Team Canada power play, and Phil Esposito goes to center between Marcel Dion and Bobby Hull. Orr and Potvin again on defense. Borje Salming will kill off this penalty along with Brazar, Lundstrom, and Tommy Bergman for Sweden. Brazar will take the face-off against Esposito. It's back intended for Orr. He couldn't reach it, and it's cleared down the ice. Potvin right back into his own zone at the side of his own net. Coming back for Canada. Long pass for Esposito. Esposito to Dion. Dion, number 15, sees Hull breaking. Hull takes the pass, a backhand shot, and the goaltender got a piece of that. Potvin at the blue line. Into Esposito. He couldn't get turned around, and it's Borje Salming off the glass and up over the glass, out of play.
Very good play by Borje Salming. Rather than trying to ice the puck down the middle and between the defensemen and possibly having the Team Canada defenseman stop it at the point and get a good opportunity, you like to see that puck iced high up along the glass where the opposing defenders on that point have a tough time to keep it inside the blue line. Good play by Borje.
1 minute and 31 seconds remaining in the penalty to Hedberg. Bobby Orr keeps it inside the line, gives it to Dion. He lost it. Orr gets it again over to Potvin. Potvin winds up his shot, and Ostrom gloves that and holds on with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining in the second period. Canada 2 and Sweden no score. Dennis Potvin, number 6, out there with Bobby Orr, and Esposito, Hull, and Dion remain on the forward unit. Schober will come out now to replace Tommy Bergman, number 3. Bergman goes out. Schober, number 7, veteran defenseman of Sweden. He's appeared in 6 world championships representing his country. From the draw in behind the net, Walton tries to clear it out, runs into Dion. Off the boards, here's Bobby Orr. Orr inside for Esposito. Esposito checked by Borje Salming, gets the puck again. And Schober on the opposite side gets by Hull, and it's cleared but not out. Potvin in for Hull, too far for him. Dion goes in to help out. Dion at the side of the goal, gives it to Esposito. His shot, Hull gets a shot, and it goes through the crease. Off the board, Schober, but he can't get it out. 44 seconds remaining in the penalty. Dion at the side of the Swedish goal, tries to get it in front. High flying puck. Orr has it inside the line. Bobby Orr, number 4, at the side, sees Potvin, gives it to him, intercepted by Lundstrom, and he clears it off the boards down the ice. 57 seconds remaining in the second period. 20 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Hedberg of Sweden. Hull over the line to Orr. Orr at the side. Watched there by Salming. Gives it back to Dennis Potvin. Intercepted, and Lundstrom clears it down the ice. 5 seconds remaining in Hedberg's penalty. Potvin in front of his own goal for Canada. Up to center ice. Over on the left side, the shot. He's shot, and it's wide. Peter Mahovlich going in after it. Both teams back at full strength with 22 seconds remaining in the period. In front, the outboard!
Well, here we had Peter Mahovlich being very smart, jumping in, taking that puck, making a very good pass to Marcel Dion. Here we have the shot originally from the point. We have Big Peter knock it down. He chases it, moves across, looks right across. Great pass to Dion. Dion shoots quickly behind Astra. But that's the first goal for Dion in the tournament, and he's worked very, very hard throughout the games, and I think deserving of the goal this evening.
Well, the goal scored by Marcel Dion from Peter Mahovlich at 19:40, and it's Canada 3 and Sweden no score. Canada hasn't scored a power play goal on the last 6 advantages after scoring on their first 4 power play opportunities of the series. But they come through with a goal here. 11 seconds remaining in the second period. Hedberg over the line. Knocked out to center. Bergman's back for it. Ahead now to Walton. Back to Bergman with 1 second remaining in the second period. And the bell goes, and the second period is over. Canada leading by a score of 3-0. And this is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. And a reminder, heading into the third period, they use the international clock with 10 minutes and then change ends, and some happy fans from Sweden cheering Sweden on at least. Both gals wearing number 5, of course their favorite player being Börje Salming. Action underway here in the third period. It's Canada 3, Sweden no score. Bobby Orr watched there by Nielsen, and a shot by Lundstrom. Here's Nielsen bringing in a shot, and that went off the side of the net. Oh, and a bouncing puck in front that almost fooled Rogi Vachon. Shutt at center, had it knocked away. Juha Viding gives it to Börje Salming. Salming watched by Steve Shutt. Shutt comes up with the puck in the corner. He's checked by Johansson. Puck goes loose. Johansson lost it. Here's Guy Lafleur right in front, intercepted by Nielsen of Sweden, who just clears it down the ice. And it'll go all the way over the line, and it's icing against Sweden. And Salming has been out there 6 minutes and 55 seconds in the first period. He played 9 minutes and 22 seconds in the second period, as our statistician Ron Andrews points out. So that's a lot of hockey for Börje Salming.
Both coaches changing very quickly here in the third, realizing that it is getting warm and their troops are getting a little tired. Changing after 40 seconds, not letting them out there too long.
Ready for the face-off now. Alt Nielsen, they didn't do it fairly. And again, having problem in that face-off circle, so they'll try again. Both teams are at full strength. Bobby Hull, Bob Gainey, and Marcel Dion have been the goal scorers for Canada. Here's Savard at the line. Hedberg checks him, and Canada forced to regroup out to center ice. Nielsen checking Savard. The puck goes into the corner, and after it now is Walton, as Sweden will try to get something organized. In behind his own goal for Sweden. That was LeBreton, clear to an open wing, and down the ice it goes. Hedberg couldn't control it. Vachon comes out, steers it right onto the stick of Alt Nielsen.